Shannon Sharpe is being sued by his ex-girlfriend for $50 million because she said he raped her on several occasions. But I'm reading the comments on Facebook, and the people are saying Shannon Sharpe was about to sign $100 million deal. Everyone in this country of these United States, you are innocent until proven guilty. But let's not act like some women don't wrongly accuse men. And I think that's a part of the conversation. We must have that conversation. We cannot have a conversation about a man being accused of rape without also having the conversation that many women wrongly and falsely accuse men of rape. So I was on my way home yesterday, it's spring break. The kids are on spring break with Lou Michael. And I was trying to get home to get this video done, but I just couldn't get home enough. And by the time I hit the door, girl, I was tired. So I was like, I'm going to get up early and do this video. Look at my eyes, sleepy. And so I want to talk about this. Tell me what you think. Also, I don't put anything past anybody. Somebody say you grape them, I'm looking at you sideways. I don't think I will ever say, oh, that person is not like that. The only person I can say that about is my husband, because I know him. But I wouldn't dismiss it, because you really cannot put anything past people. And people are saying, no, this doesn't look like sound like Shannon Sharpe. Personally, I don't know him. I can't put anything past, and I don't put nothing past anybody. But you are innocent until proven guilty, and many women wrongly accuse men of rape. Because one of the things the alleged ex-girlfriend brought up was when she heard the video, she thought she was the only one. Did he put a ring on your finger? If he ain't put a ring on your finger, you do not assume you're the only one. And now he's about to sign this $100 deal, and all of a sudden, you've been with this man for 2 years. Y'all been in this consensual relationship, and all of a sudden, oh, he raped me. See what I mean? I juggle a lot of things in my mind, okay? I look at both sides. But, excuse me, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard this on my way home, I said to myself, Jane Doe, did they mean to say John Doe? I said, no, let me read the article myself. They must have made a mistake. But these days, Jane Doe could have been born John Doe and now believe he's Jane Doe. So we're not going to know until the trial or whatever. But I think the lawyer did release the name. Okay. So I think it's the Jane Doe. Okay. Hey, cousins. Happy Saturday. Happy Tuesday. I miss y'all over the weekend, spring breaks. I just, I'm not really on. But I miss y'all last couple of days. I absolutely love you. I adore you. Thank you so much for your love and support. Shout out to all of the new cousins. Welcome. I hope you like it here. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Press the bell to make sure you are subscribed. Every time you come on my channel, you must check the channel because something is going on. Like there are people I listen to every day, like Black Conservative, and every day I go on his channel, I'm not subscribed, okay? So please check. For my forever cousins, I absolutely love you. I adore you. Mwah. For those of you emailing me about the My Husband Profile course, I'm going to try to do it so it can be automated. I'm just trying to put it together in my head how I'm going to do it. And I think I just really need to sit down and talk to my husband about how to do it because he's in marketing. So he knows how to, do all of this stuff. So stay tuned. It's coming very soon. I absolutely love you. So thank you so much for your love. So this is by NBC News. It says Pro Football Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe accused of doing the dual assault in lawsuit. The football great, TV analyst, and podcaster denied any wrongdoing and said he only had consensual do with the plaintiff. Okay, so he's saying it's consensual. He probably want to break up with her, don't want to marry her, but these men, y'all, I don't know when y'all gonna learn. I don't know when y'all gonna learn, especially y'all men with all this money. Y'all cannot trust these hoes. What did Chris Brown say? You have to protect yourself. You cannot go around. This is why you need a wife, Shannon Sharpe, and all of you men out here. This is why you need a wife, and you need to stay with your wife, and you need to sleep only with your wife, because you don't want to get accused of anything. Not saying they won't accuse you, because the devil will find a way, okay? And you don't want to marry anybody under distress, or because you slept with their daughter, then the daddy is going to force you to marry them. You don't want to be forced to be marry anybody. But hello, Kobe Bryant. But anyways, you don't want to be in a position where now this person is saying you have assaulted them, even though it was consensual. You need to be doing all this role playing and all this consensual stuff with your wife. Okay? Of course, she must be vetted properly, because some of these wives are hoes too. They didn't marry you because they really do love you. They marry you because they're trying to get a bag the wrong way. I'm all about getting the bag, ladies. Don't you marry no broke man that can't take care of you. But some of these women will marry you under false pretense, okay? But anyways, go ahead. Let's do the full screen layout so we can see what the man is saying, okay? A woman accused of Pro Football Hall of Famer and podcaster Shannon Sharpe of doing the dual assaulting and battering her and using his fame to manipulate, control, subjugate, and violate women in a Nevada lawsuit and files. I bet you it's going to come up he broke it off. It's going to come out he broke it off. The woman said she was 19 years old in 2023 when she first met Sharpe 50 cent. Oh my God. I believe her. I believe her. I believe her. Because these old ass grumbling old behind 60-year-old man, let's put you at 60. What you want with a 19-year-old? You's a pervert. But hey, remember now, Tracy Ellis Ross just came out and said she liked to date younger men and she was celebrated. So y'all angry black women, y'all need to watch y'all lips about these older men marrying these younger women and doing the younger women. Granted, for me personally, I think the guy should always be older because that means he's more mature. He should be more established. We talk about husbands. We're not talking about F-buddies, okay? We're not talking about you want to get your back put out. That's not what I'm talking about. I will never talk. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about helping women to choose good husbands. So she was 19. He was, I believe her, in Los Angeles gym, leading to a rocky consensual relationship of nearly 2 years in which he was frequently aggressive and raped her. The civil complaint filed in state court, Clark County, alleges. The plaintiff accused Sharpe of failing to stop his action despite her saying no, according to the complaint. After many months of manipulating and controlling plaintiff, a woman more than 30 years younger than he, and repeatedly threatening to brutally choke, violently slap her, Sharpe refused to accept the answer no and Grape plaintiff despite her sobbing and repeated screams of no, the complaint alleges. But this last 2 years, ma'am, you went back. You kept going back. You kept meeting with him. After the first time, my daddy always say, one time. He said the first time he hit you, he might, blank you out of here. He might unalive you. So the first time, ladies, that's why I don't overlook nothing. The first time an incident happened, you need to walk away. But I'm sure she didn't walk away for the money, the cars, the clothes, the bags, whatever. Ladies, don't give these men chances to keep abusing you. The plaintiff accused Sharpe of twice graping her, and y'all know what graping are, just drop the G, her in Las Vegas in October, ignoring her request for him to stop, and of doing so again in January, according to the suit. In a statement, Sharpe's attorney said his clients and the woman's relationship was consensual and sexual, okay? Drop the O, add the E in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. I was reading those dirty, nasty texts, young lady. Okay? Granted, I have no problem with it if this is your husband. Okay? The statement included text messages it alleged the woman sent to Sharpe, which are sexually graphic in nature and in which she is alleged to consent to sex. The suit is blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filed with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations. It will not succeed, Lanny Davis, Sharpe's counsel, said in the statement. The complaint alleges Sharpe insisted on recording sexual encounters, sometimes without the plaintiff's knowledge or consent, claiming they were for his personal use. Instead, he, on multiple occasions, shared the video with his friends and associates, the suit says. At one point, Sharpe forced the woman to have sex with him as he FaceTimed one of his childhood friends, according to the lawsuit. And then you went back for more, didn't you? Huh? You didn't stop there. You just kept going back, right? Whenever plaintiff would get up the courage to object to Sharpe's outrageous conduct, which was not often, he would aggressively and angrily put her back in her place, the complaint alleges. David's statement alleges the woman presented Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter in an effort to extract a large financial settlement. I'm sure you did. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual, Davis said, adding that the woman has refused to provide the unedited video. It was not clear whether the video Davis referred to is one of the videos that are referred to in the suit. Sharpe at one point figured out how to get into the woman's apartment complex without her permission, according to the suit, which painted him as controlling. The suit alleges that in one instance, after a sexual encounter from the night before, Sharpe told the woman to be at his house by 9 p.m. When she arrived at 9:05, the plaintiff experienced Sharpe's rage for the first time, the complaint alleges. And then you stayed and you went back for more, didn't you? Sharpe screamed and berated the woman for what felt like hours, accused her of disrespecting him and wasting his time, and demanded she learn obedience if she wanted to be with him, this lawsuit said. This is messy. Still enraged, Sharpe turned off the lights, grabbed her neck, and just like the night before, began having sexual intercourse with her, according to the complaint. Yelling at her, controlling her, forcibly grabbing her by the neck when he got upset, saying he was going to unalive her, and asserting dominance because the norm became the norm, the suit alleges. Sharpe apologized last year for going live on Instagram doing an intimate act, an incident referred to the complaint and which the woman alleges humiliated her. How did it humiliate you? Who knew you was dating him? I'm sorry. Who knew you was his F buddy? We didn't know, because all along we thought he was into Meg. So how was this humiliating to you? Sharpe apologized last year for going live on Instagram during an intimate answer referred to the complaint, and which the woman alleges humiliated her because Sharpe was alleged to have told her they were in an exclusive relationship. Did he put a ring on your finger? Did he put a ring on your finger? You are not exclusive until he put a ring on your finger. Ladies, this is what we talk about over here. We don't do boyfriends. We don't girlfriends. We don't do situationship. We don't do F-buddies. We don't do none of that. We don't do waiting on him to make up his mind. Until he goes to your father or the male figure in your life and asks for your hand in marriage and put a ring on your finger with a wedding date 6 months to a year, you are not exclusive. You are not in an exclusive relationship. He can date, sleep with who he want to date and sleep with, and you can date who you want to date. That's what I did. This was a lie that not only hurt her emotionally, it made her fear for her sexual health and the risk of sexually transmitted diseases. The loss of, okay, wait. Did y'all go get a blood test together before y'all started doing the do? Do you know for a fact he did not have any STDs before you started doing the do? Did he know for a fact that you didn't have any STDs before he started? The lawsuit was filed under Jane Doe. But shouldn't you be glad anyways, ma'am? That would have been a great opportunity for you to get away from the abuser, but no. I was humiliated. I thought I was the only one, and I'm at risk. The lawsuit was filed by Jane Doe, was filed under Jane Doe by Houston attorney Tony Busby. Tony Busby, you know, that's the one that sued Jay-Z. Remember that one? We're going to talk about him later. Who also represented several female massage therapists who accused quarterback Deshaun Watson of sexual assault. Davis' statement names the woman filing suit. NBC News does not name sexual victims unless they voluntarily identify themselves in public. The suit seeks more than $50 million in compensatory and punitive damages. Sharpe, a tight end, played 14 years in the NFL with the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. He won the 3 Super Bowls and was named to the Pro Bowl 8 times. Shannon Sharpe isn't just a sports icon. He's something far worse. The suit alleges he is flawed, narcissistic individual who has spent years using his fame, power, and influence to manipulate, control, subjugate, and violate women. And I don't put that past him, because a lot of these men, that's how they are. And he never had no wife, has he? Has he ever been married? Sharpe was inducted into the Pro Football Fame in 2011 and has gone on to a long broadcasting career. He's currently employed by ESPN, where he appears on First Take, and ESPN Sports said Monday night that the network has no comment on the lawsuit. I don't put this past Shannon Sharpe. I don't put this past any man. But ladies, in 23 Types of Guys You Might Meet, I talk about these men. I talk about these men who are looking for socks objects, who just want to lay with you, sleep with you, make you the F buddy, Mr. Drive By, Mr. Drive Through. So what we need to do, ladies, is to be aware. But at the same time, I do know some women get with these men only to accuse them later of something you've been accepting and putting up with for 2 years. And now you want to come out talking about, oh, I guarantee you he got him a new girlfriend. How much you want to bet? I'm going back to read the comments today. And he has this new $100 million deal coming up. And this is why, brothers, you must not assume every woman is for you. There are some women who will come into your life to destroy you. So you need to conduct yourself accordingly. You need to get a wife and sleep only with your wife. All those fantasies y'all have, you need to have that with your wife. I have to go, cousins. I absolutely love you. I adore. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this. Come on back later. We're going to read what his lawyer says. And these men are, you know what I don't understand about women is y'all act like every man you meet wants to protect you. They do not. I shared how I was engaged to my husband. I was engaged to Mike. I was about to say Mike Tyson. I was engaged to Mike Thompson. And when I went out with him, I would not drink any wine. I wouldn't drink any alcoholic beverages when I went out with him. And I had a certified, not this ring, certified diamond ring on my finger. He went to my dad, spoke to my dad. We were planning a wedding. And I did not have alcoholic beverages around him because I wanted to be, I don't want my mind or my judgment to be clouded at all. I wanted to have a clear head because until he signed the piece of paper at the church, technically, even though he's made a commitment, he's not responsible for me until he signed that piece of paper. And let me tell y'all, when you get married at the church and take your vows, you're not really married. You're not married until you sign the paper. That's why when Pastor said, I present Mr. and Mrs. Michael Thompson, and he was like, no. We got to sign the paper. Come on over here. Sign this paper. Pastor said, I'm going to take it down to City Hall and to the court myself because I want to make sure it's in the record that y'all are married. And I wish women would be more clear-headed and have a clear head. But you know, the church girls over here, we do have clear heads, don't we? We do. So we're not going to group all women into one pile. There are women out here who are looking for an opportunity. And sadly, there are so many dumb men out here who don't know and realize that there are women looking for opportunities. So you need to conduct yourself accordingly. You don't need to be going around sleeping with this girl, that girl, and doing all this crazy stuff with these different women. Because at any time, any woman can say, you did this to me, you said this. And you need to have a clear head and a clear mind. And mamas, y'all have little boys, watch them. Talk to them. Little Michael is 10. He's, now talking to friends on phone and talking to this one and talking to this one. And I'm sitting up with my eyes. I'm sleepy, but I'm sitting up and I'm listening. What's being said? Who said what? What's the tone? I love you. And I'm letting my little son know that there are Jezebels and Delilahs out here. So beware, beloved. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye. Show me love and support. I need to write a book. Take your dingling off the table, man. Take it off the table. I need to write that book. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.